On JP News, Health Secretary Jeremy Hunt is set to send hit squads to 10 failing hospital trusts. Also, Daniel Pelker's stepfather admits punishing the 4-year-old. And zoo animals keep cool with ice cream lollies and sun cream. Welcome to GAP News. I'm Gary Pendlebury. Health Secretary Jeremy Hunt is to send hit squads to 10 failing hospital trusts where thousands of people could have needlessly died. Mr Hunt's measure will be announced tomorrow following a report by NHS Medical Director Sir Bruce Keogh into 14 hospital trusts with exceedingly high death rates. The teams of health experts who will have the power to sack NHS executives will go into following hospital trusts into a bid to turn them around. Sir Bruce is expected to describe poor care, medical errors and management blunders in his report and suggests that the Stafford Hospital scandal was not a one-off. He will reportedly say that there have been 13,000 needless deaths across the 14 trusts since 2005. The Prime Minister indicated that NHS bosses in charge of failing hospitals could be suspended. David Cameron's official spokesman said that board members could be suspended following care failings. As part of the government's response to the Francis report into serious care failings at Mid Staffordshire NHS Foundation Trust, ministers said that if a hospital is deemed to be failing, the Chief Inspector of Hospitals could initiate a failure regime in which the board could be suspended or the hospital put into administration. Ministers also said that managers in charge of hospitals where failures in care of a cure could be put into a blacklist and barred from working in the health service altogether. Following the publication of the report into the failings at Mid Staffordshire, Sir Bruce launched an investigation into the 14 other trusts because of its high mortality rates. To see the list of the trusts which have been under review, visit our Facebook page at facebook.com/JAP News Productions. Coming up on GAP News, Daniel Pelker's stepfather admits punishing the 4-year-old. And zoo animals keep cool with ice lollies and sun cream. All that and more after the break. Don't go away. Welcome back, you're watching GAP News, and a reminder of our top story tonight. Health Secretary Jeremy Hunt is to send hit squads to 10 failing hospital trusts where thousands of people could have needlessly died. Mr Hunt's measure will be announced tomorrow following a report by the NHS Medical Director Sir Bruce Keogh into 14 hospital trusts with exceedingly high death rates. A stepfather who was accused of starving and murdering his 4-year-old Daniel Pelker has admitted taking part in punishing him. Marius Kresolek said Daniel was ordered to run around his living room, forced to kneel and perform repeated squats as a punishment for stealing sandwiches from his school. Lewis O'Brien reports.
The punishment, which began after Daniel started school in September 2011, varied in length from 10 to 20 minutes. Kresolek told Birmingham Crown Court the factory worker said they were carried out at the direction of the boy's mother, Madalena Luxak, 27, who was said to also sometimes beat him with a belt. Responding to questions from defence barrister Nigel Lambert, QC, Kresolek said Magda said it was not such a big deal to punish him by making him kneel. Magda would often call me in tears and she would say, "Do something, shout at him, because he is not listening to me at all." I would hit him on his bottom, sometimes his hands, but not to beat him up the way Magda did. Kresolik also told jurors he had accidentally fractured his stepson's arm during a game of hide and seek. "I wanted to scare him like his sibling. I grabbed his arm at that point, he said. My wrist hurt. He stopped using his arm and was in pain. He said he didn't take Daniel to hospital because he was worried that he wouldn't be able to explain what happened and because he'd have to wait a long time. Instead, he waited for his mother to come back from work. When asked about his relationship with Daniel, Kresolik said he was an average child. He was a cheeky boy, but he was completely normal, he added. Asked to describe Daniel's mother as a person, Kresolik said for most of the time she was a wonderful woman, but sometimes out of the blue she would explode and cause arguments. The jury was also told that Kresolik has no previous convictions for violence but was given a 16-month ban for drink driving in 2006. He was also convicted of driving while disqualified on 4 occasions between 2006 and 2008. Kresolik and Luksat have both admitted a charge of child cruelty but deny murder and causing or allowing for death of a child. The trial will continue tomorrow. Lewis O'Brien, GAP News.
Finally, zookeepers in East Sussex have stocked their freezers with giant ice lollies to keep their animals cool during the current heatwave. Raccoons, otters and many of the primates at Drusilla's Park in Alfriston have been enjoying the lollies, which are made from frozen fruit, a zoo spokeswoman said. Coon pigs, Rusty, Porker and Pepper have also been receiving some extra pampering from staff who apply high-factor sunscreen to their skin to ensure they do not burn. Well, that's it from us. The weather's for you next, and we'll see you at the same time very soon. Bye bye.